The cost to rent a construction crane is $750 per day plus $250 per hour of use. What is the maximum number of hours the crane can be used each day if the rental cost is not to exceed $2,500 per day? So we have a word problem here. So we can use our method for solving word problems. And the first step is to understand the problem. That means asking 3 questions. The first is, what are we looking for? The second would be, what info are you given? And finally, we ask, what are the requirements? Asking these 3 questions will help us understand the problem and make solving it a lot quicker. So the first one, what are we looking for? Usually we can find that in the final sentence. So we see that we're looking for the maximum number of hours to use the crane. All right, what info are we given? In the first sentence, we see that the cost to rent a crane is $750 per day plus $250 per hour. So, crane is $750 plus $250 per hour. What are the requirements? At the very end, we can see that the total cost is not to exceed $2,500 per day. So, the cost for 1 day is not to exceed $2,500. So it can be less than $2,500 or equal to it. So now we know what we're looking for, the info we're given, and the requirements. And our requirements helped us find an inequality. So let's see if we can work with that. The cost for 1 day is less than or equal to $2,500. Well, we know from our info that the cost is $750 plus $250 times how many hours? And we'll call H hours. And now, if we solve this inequality, we'll see how many hours we can use the crane. So we'll start by subtracting 750 from both sides. That leads to 250 H is less than or equal to, and you can use your calculator here, it would be 1750. Dividing by 250 on both sides, we get H is less than or equal to 7. So the number of hours we use the crane has to be less than or equal to 7. In other words, 7 would be the max number of hours we can use the crane. Looking at our answer choices, that would be C. So our method for solving word problems gave us an easy way to step through this problem. What is the solution to the inequality x minus 5 is greater than 14? All we need to do is get x by itself. So we can add 5 to both sides, and we'll get x is greater than 19. Looking at our options, that would be B. Which inequality is shown on the graph below? With linear inequalities, we start with our y equals mx plus b, our linear equation, and we replace our equal sign with one of our inequality signs. Since we're shading above the line, we know it's going to be one of these two. And since we're including the line, we're going to pick the second option. So when we have y is greater than or equal to mx plus b, we can actually split that up into 2 pieces. So we're saying that y is greater than mx plus b, or y is equal to mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b is all the points on the line, and y is greater than mx plus b is all the points above the line. If our line were dotted, that would mean that y is not equal to mx plus b. It is only greater than mx plus b. So in that case, we would pick the greater than sign. But since we have a full shaded line, we use greater than or equal to. So looking at our options, they all look the same except for the inequality sign. And we know that we want greater than or equal to, so we pick D. Which inequality does the shaded region of the graph represent? And looking at our options, it would be nice if we could rewrite that into y equals mx plus b. So let's go ahead and do that. Looking at option A, if we subtract 3x from both sides, we would get y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 2. Same idea for option B. We would get y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 2. Y is less than or equal to negative 3x minus 2. And option D, y is greater than or equal to negative 3x minus 2. Remember, with linear inequalities, we start with y equals mx plus b, and we replace that equal sign with an inequality. Since we're shading below the line, we'll have a less than sign. And since our line is a full line, it's shaded, we want to include it, so we include the equal sign. Looking at our options, B and D have a greater than or equal to sign, so we can cross those out. A and C look very similar, except for the y-intercept. So let's take a look at our graph. We have a y-intercept of 2. That means our answer is A.